What's good? Welcome back to another Medium Man Live special edition on Saturday. I know y'all wasn't expecting your boy to come here, so I didn't expect a lot of people to be in there. But I wanted to put this out before I start my travel season to give you guys a couple of tips in regards to how to enjoy travel for one, and also just the experience, of traveling for over almost 20 years now and going to 46 countries by the time I end my travel season this year. I'll probably be around, I want to say, maybe 56, hopefully. I plan on visiting 10 new countries this year. So I'm going to start off by settling in Europe for a significant amount of time while I work and also do my YouTube channel. So this is something that I enjoy, and I can't wait to share these travels. But before we get started, let's go ahead and get to the generalities of the page. Go ahead and subscribe to the Media Man YouTube channel. We are currently closing in on 9,200 subscribers, and that's all because of you all. So I appreciate your support. By the time I start my travels, I'm pretty sure that I'll be at 10,000. And I thank you guys for that. As long as we push out this good solution-based content and also educational content, I think we'll get there very fast. So I appreciate y'all's support. This is going to be a great episode. Nothing but happiness, right? And we also have a special guest that was recommended by one of my subscribers. I checked out his page. This young brother is on his game. He's over there traveling. I'm gonna just let him go ahead and explain his tell his stories about being overseas. I think he said for 10 years. Yeah, about 10 years, I think so. So yeah, I was looking over there. I was like, man, so he's been over there for a while. So I like that. Like to see young brothers doing that. So let me acknowledge the folks in the chat. Let me see here who we got. We got my man Carl in the building. What's good, good brother? He said, "Hey, boss, what you doing here on Saturday?" It's funny. My subscribers, y'all know I'm very regimented, right? So Saturday is not something that I usually do when I go live because I'm usually either at the gym or on the golf range. I'm gonna just be perfectly honest with you all. I schedule my work space around my golf schedule. So if I'm able to play golf while I'm traveling, I'll just let my team know, like, hey, don't bother me. I'm turning off my phone. I'm gonna be on the golf course. I'm doing a full 19. So hey, leave me alone. And when I say 19, I always add the driving range as well. So yeah, so on Saturdays, I'm usually on the golf range, but this is important, and I just love talking about travel and pushing this message, particularly to Black men and also Black women. You guys seen the multiple videos that I did for Black women, educating them on how to be safe and places to go where they will have the most success, particularly on the dating market, because I know a lot of Black women want to expand their options, and it's not just Black men. So you can do the same thing at a lower level, but you could try. So I wanted to help you guys out as well. So who we got here? Let's see here. We got my man Pooh Man in the building. What's good, good brother? He says, hello, everyone. Hope all is well. Appreciate that, bro. Vanessa, one of my day ones from Facebook. She says, traveling to Jamaica with my sister next week. Oh, man. I don't want you to say that too loud. I don't want to read that too loud because that's going to trigger my girl to cancel this Europe trip. And we're going to end up going to Jamaica, going back home to see our family. So you're going to have to relax. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go there in the summer. So we good. But you're going to definitely have fun. Where you going? You going to Montego Bay? I love Montego Bay. Let's see here. Mona, what's good? Mona, she says, hey, media man and everyone. Appreciate your support as always. And she said, like the video, y'all. Hey, Mona has been moderating so well. And like I said, Mona, I'm always going to compensate you. So just hold tight. I'm going to send you I always pay people for helping me out, particularly with the moderation. So this is a big step for me as the page grows. I definitely like to show my support and appreciation by not letting people do things for free because you earned it, right? And we all should have that mentality. Let's see here. She says, Vanessa says, yes, I'm going to Montego Bay. Absolutely. I love it. I learned how to, let me preface this. My fiance hates when I get a knife and I cut my mangoes. She hates it. It's like blasphemy in Jamaica. She said, you cannot do that when you're at my family's house. So I had to make sure that she taught me how to properly eat a mango and is just basically biting it. And I was like, look, I could just cut it in pieces. She's like, no, William, you cannot. I was like, all right, I got you. Let's see. Oh, okay. Everybody's showing their. I think we got a lot of people that know each other. Let's see here. What did Mona say? You're doing the mangoes wrong. Yeah. She gets on me bad, like all the time. Sometimes I troll her. Like I'll go to the grocery store and I'll send her a picture of those pre-made beef patties, and she gets pissed off. She's like, "Do not bring that in the house." That's funny. So yeah, she knows how to cook everything. So I'm very spoiled in that, right? Let's see here. Carl says Mona hardest working online. Absolutely, I see Mona everywhere. Prime VA was good. He says, "Yo, what up? What up, though?" So yeah, all the women laughing at me. But before we get started, let's go ahead and get the show started. I don't want to keep him too long before I get in my my space of talking about the stuff that I have to talk about. But I'm gonna bring this young brother up. Like I said, I'm gonna let him tell his story. He was, like I said, he was recommended by one of my subscribers. So I reached out, after looking at his page, and yeah, he has a lot going on. So this young man has been overseas for probably over 10 years now. So without further ado, let's go on and bring the young man up. What's going on, man? How you doing?
What's up, man? What's up? Everyone can hear me? Everyone can hear me?
I think you're good. I can hear you.
Yeah.
I can definitely hear you.
What's
man.
up,
So
man? What's up?
like I said, I'm gonna let you go ahead and explain what you've been doing over there overseas. And this was just a welcome surprise. One of my subscribers recommending you, and I looked at your page, checked out a couple of your videos, and I was definitely impressed. I love to see it. But before we get started, go ahead and tell them your age, name, and anything else you want to tell them before I have my questions.
Yeah, so my name is Vandross Hideake, and I'm currently 29 years old. And I left the United States when I was 19 years old. So
wow.
That's a little bit about me. Also, I have 5 brothers too as well. And
you said you have 5 brothers?
And yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's like a little lag and a little delay, but I think we could work through it. So you're good.
Okay.
And also everything shout out your YouTube channel. I want to make sure you get that in there as well.
Yeah. You can copy and paste it. SL Green is the one. I think that he's the one that hooked me up. If you can, SL Green, if you could paste the my YouTube channel?
Go ahead and do it.
Would be
I tell him, go ahead and paste it in there, and I'll go ahead and approve it. I think they may not allow you to do it on your own, so it'll say show and hide. Go ahead and post it, and I'll go ahead and let it show. So appreciate that, SL Green. So so let me see. Let me make sure. So I think we're still good on the sound and the video. So so we're good to go. So man, what made you go overseas at 19 years old?
Man, to be honest with you, my journey started when I was 15, when I took actual German class. And in this German class, my teacher was actually from Germany. And I was super interested in different types of cultures, different types of experiences. And I was a little bit fed up a little bit with the States and how the direction in which things were going, And so for me, it made a lot of sense to try to explore and to get out of my comfort zone eventually. And I wanted to do it as soon as possible. So I tried first with basketball, which it didn't work out for me. I ended up losing my scholarship for whatever reason. But this is when I was 19, right? So I was playing college basketball in the summer, and then I lost my scholarship in the very beginning stages. This is at Gordon State College.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in Atlanta. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So so I was down there. I was playing basketball, and I lost my scholarship very, very early due to bad decision making, whatever. And so I decided to take a chance and join the military. And so I served in the United States military for 4 years in the Army. And after that, I immediately left and went right back overseas. But I served the military to be able to go overseas. So I immediately landed in Germany when I was 19. And from 19 on, I was in Germany for a bit, and then I left, went back to Fort Hood for about a year and a half, and then I went right back to Germany. And then since then, I've been overseas ever since, and I haven't came back to the States.
Man, that seems like a repeated, I want to say, path for a lot of black men,
Yeah.
you know, men who join the military. And this is a big thing. Pretty sure you heard about the passport bros and things of that nature.
Yes.
Military guys have been going overseas for I don't know how long, right? So your story saying that you went to Germany, which is one of my favorite places in the world. I make sure that I let people know about Germany. That is in my top 3 countries that I've ever visited, and I'm definitely going back there very shortly. But I usually travel to Germany almost once a year for the past, I want to say 6 years, because of the fact that I have a friend. He's been stationed out there, and he just retired, and he lives out there. So it's just easy, especially being in the, you know, being in the military. You make connections all over the world. So it just makes travel so much easier because you have pretty much a tour guide that lives there, you know, and then also you got free room and board. Well, not free, but you know. So it's a great thing. So where are you currently at right now?
Right now I'm in Bulgaria. I moved my company here and restructured it here because of the taxes, right? And so I'm 10% corporate tax. And so I decided to move it over here and structure it here because of the tax reasons. And it's really good. The cost of living is really cheap here. You can live here really, really cheaply.
Wow.
I don't want to overstate, but I'm serious when I say you could live here on less than $1,000 a month. Like no
really
lie.
in Bulgaria.
Yeah.
Man,
it's that cheap.
That's something that. Go ahead. No, just go ahead. Tell your experience about Bulgaria. I'm pretty sure people want to know.
Yeah. My rent is I currently pay anywhere from like $350 to $380, something like that for rent, and food is roughly around the same. So yeah, you can you can get by. Like I usually spend around like $800-900 a month. Something I don't really notice when I'm spending money because it's so cheap. So that's cool. And I also live by the seaside too, as well. So that's nice as well. But I've been all around Europe. I've been traveling for like I said, over 10 years. I've been to Czech, been to Italy, been to Germany, been all around Austria, everywhere. And I can't see myself going back to the States. It's just a completely different lifestyle. Everything's way more spread out. The people are more isolated. It's more of an individualistic type of culture. So for me, I prefer more of going outside, busting a right and being right at the cafe, or busting a left and being right at the grocery store, and being able to ride my bike and actually have bike trail infrastructure all around, you know, and it's completely normal. You know, you can walk around. It's completely normal. The public transportation in most of Western Europe is very, very clean. I tell people, I kind of describe it as like an airplane, you know, because you have like a first class, then you have like an economy, you know, they serve food too as well. So yeah, it's the entire experience is different. You know, the food quality is a lot better too as well. There's less GMO in the food. That's another thing I really, really enjoy. And yeah, it's been one of the greatest experiences I ever had. I also studied too as well in Germany. I did get an international business degree while I was out there, and I do know German too as well at an intermediate level, at a B1 level. So yeah,
man, very professional, man, bro. Man, congratulations. Let me give you your flowers. I love to see that, man. I love to hear.
Yeah.
Man, that's a lot of accomplishments, man. Especially at 29. I love to see it. These are the stories that we need to see, especially on my page. So I hope that you let this. I hope that you shared this on your page multiple times, because I think not just for older men like me, but younger men need to hear these stories as well, right? Because you mentioned that you have a company. Go ahead and plug your company. I want to help you out as much as possible, bro. So what's your company?
Yeah, so my company is Moonboy Capital Ventures, and we currently deal with 4 different verticals. We just expanded to another vertical now. So the first vertical we deal with is venture capital. So we give you access to venture capital groups so you can invest in early stage Web3 projects before they launch. Then we deal with Web3 consulting too as well. That's another one of our verticals. And we also deal with cross-border payment solutions. So for those individuals that are outside of the US, they're trying to escape their local currency from hyperinflation and currency instability. We help with that too as well. And the 4th vertical that we just opened up now is we basically have an automated e-commerce service, right? And what I mean by that is you tell me a product that you want to sell, and we have all the supply. I have all the connections with all the suppliers. I'll build the entire e-commerce, the website, everything for you. And all you need to do is check your email, and that's it. You know, so I'll build it for you, and then I'll just take my percentage on whatever you sell. And the service is completely free. So it's something that we just launched. We're in the beta stages right now. So we have a couple clients that we're working with now, and we haven't started marketing yet because we want to make sure that everything is good to go and optimal before we launch. And yeah, that's the main 4 verticals that I currently work with. And I also have a book too as well. I'm an author. I wrote a book called Hey Bro, I'm Just Trolling. And the reason I wrote the book called Hey Bro, I'm Just Trolling is because I wanted to attack societal constructs. And I wanted to sort of attack them at different angles and viewpoints that people may not be looking at. So for instance, one construct might be about technology, another one might be about school, another one might be about love, another one might be about death. And I sort of attack these different constructs in society, and I sort of depict them and construct them in a different way and try to challenge the way books can be written. So you might open up one construct and it's a poem, and you open up another construct and it's a list, and you open up another construct and it's paragraph format. So I'm basically writing it in different writing styles to keep the reader engaged and also to still get my point across at the same time. So yeah, so those are basically all the different things that I'm working on. And also I have 2 YouTube channels as well. The one that I don't know if SL Green was able to plug it in, but yeah, I have the one main channel, my personal channel, and that's more personalized stuff about my travel, my experiences, culture. And then I also have my business channel too as well, where I'm dropping podcasts every single week as well. And I'm uploading it on my YouTube channel and also on Spotify too as well. It's called The Mooncast. So yeah.
As you're talking, I'm going to your website and plugging it in, putting it in the chat. So I found it. Yeah. It's you said always want more. Our goal is to coach, educate, and motivate you while also giving you access to valuable resources to help you grow your wealth. So I like that, man. That's okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let me see. All right, got that. And then also let me make sure I get all your YouTube channels while we're here. So is the YouTube channel one of them Moonboy Capital Ventures?
Capital Ventures, yes. Moonboy Capital Ventures.
That in there.
Yeah.
Ventures.
And the other one is just my name, Vandross Idiake.
Yeah, and that's the one that I got a chance to check out. So let me see. I didn't see this. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we got to take care of the business first. I don't want to short you so you can get out there. I want to make sure that your page grows, man.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Both of them, actually. So,
yeah.
Yeah, we're going to especially start with the Moonboy Venture Capital. Got that one. Okay.
Yeah.
And Mona take care of it. She sees this. She'll start posting it. Okay, cool. She got it in there. See, Mona is on it. Mona. Mona is definitely on it.
Yeah. Thank you, Mona. Don't forget the Vandross Idiake channel too as well.
I got that one right here. Let me check on that. And bam.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically everything that I do. I'm pretty chill. I don't really like to party, but I am gonna post some content, some party content for the channel, because people want to see what it's like. Some people want that content, but I'm really mainly just focused on just business and just growing and learning new skills, adding value as much as I possibly can to society and to the young brothers and sisters out there, that choose me, choose my service, choose my services. Yeah, I'm just super humble kid. Started out with not much. From Atlanta, and before then, my ethnic background is from Nigeria.
Okay.
So I came to the States when I was 4. We didn't live in great neighborhoods. Grew up mainly in Virginia, and then moved over to Atlanta around age 12, and then lived in Atlanta till around 19 when I joined the military. And then I'm a war veteran too as well, so I did do a tour in Afghanistan.
Okay.
So I'm a man of a lot of different types of experiences, so
and you tend to get that with vets. We've seen so much, and I think that's why a lot of vets become very chill once we leave the military. Once you find your peace and happiness, you tend to be like, man, that's not even worth my time. And it was funny that you mentioned that. I actually brought one of my favorite books after I was transitioning from the military to retiring. It was this book that actually helped me out. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's called Transitioning from War to Peace. So, when you take particular special operations forces classes, they put you through all of this mental health screenings, everything, just to make sure that you qualify. So that was actually one of the courses that I had to take prior to leaving the military. And I wanted to express in regards to travel and where travel played a part into me finding my peace, right? And the way that you just explained it, I'm telling you, most military guys are the most humblest guys because we've probably seen the worst of the worst. I just did a video where I told I too did combat tours in Afghanistan, and I told people there's places in this world where I questioned if God even existed, right? Because of the stuff that I saw. And that mentality alone, it doesn't allow you to take certain things serious unless it's actually in your face. And that's why I always preach, hey man, just turn the other way, or either go to therapy, talk to your friends, get some hobbies, and traveling is definitely one of them. So just for you to echo somewhat the same sentiments is pretty spot on, and I like to hear that. So before we actually, your boy SL Green, he just sent in a 1999 super chat. So I appreciate that, bro. He says, you a real one, media man. Appreciate your content and selflessness. Absolutely, bro. Like I said, man, I'm here for y'all. And this is one of the things I used to tell the people that I used to direct and supervise in the military is that I work for you, right? You are a reflection of how well I'm doing my job. If you guys don't succeed, then I'm not doing my job, right? So yeah, so we learn from each other. I'm too stupid to be closed-minded. If you know what that means, you learn from everybody, right? So you cannot sit there and stand on your high horse, and just because you're older than somebody doesn't mean that you can't learn from a younger person. I learned how to invest in the stock market from one of the gentlemen that I was supervising. So he was the first one that told me about Amazon and Tesla. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about, but just so happens he had a degree in economics. Who knew, right? So why would I sit there being uneducated on the stock market and not listen to this guy because I supervise him and I'm older than him? That makes no sense. So you always got to make sure that you give everybody a spotlight, especially those that have a positive message, right? So I don't know if you want to add on to that.
Yeah, no, I would just like to add on and just say that for those who are watching and listening, like if you have something that you desire and you want to do, this is what I keep pushing is that you need to do it like yesterday. You need to start yesterday, and you need to come up with a plan, come up with a game plan for yourself and execute on that game plan, and don't be scared because, life isn't promised, man. Like it's just not. And so you never know what tomorrow brings. You may not wake up in the morning. So you might as well give it all you got for that particular day. Carpe diem, as much as possible. And that's the message that I try to shed. I just try to bring as much value as possible, and also shed light to help other people. Come on, let's go, let's get it. Because tomorrow isn't promised, and I want to give as much as I possibly can to society and to the world before I die. And that's my goal. Yeah, and I'm just in a constant state of just peace. It's like you just said, with these war veterans and stuff like that. Like we're just every war veteran I meet it's all the same. It's all the same. This level of just like peace and control and happiness. It's a beautiful thing. To appreciate life, and I think we see life from a different lens. Like I appreciate having 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 eyes, and a lot of people.
The simple things.
Yeah.
You got to explain that to people, and sometimes they don't understand it. Yeah. Oh man, I hope he's
exactly.
Okay, go ahead. So, like I said, it's a little bit of lag, but we still got you here. I want to make sure that you get as much airtime as possible to plug everything, and also share those good words of wisdom. Let me get to some of these comments real quick before we move forward. And Mona is absolutely on it. She is killing it, pushing your links, everything. So yeah, I love to see this. Oh man. She says, thank you, SL Green, for the super chat. Absolutely good, brother. Thank you. Look at that. See, Mona is on it. Look at that. She got all the links in there. I love to see it. Carl says, all this before 30. Man, great job, bro. Like I said, hey, I told you I was impressed. I was like, man, this dude is not even 30 yet. So here, Kevin C., my man, he's been supporting the platform, sending those super chats. He said, Media Man, you are the unofficial ambassador of the Black Manosphere with quantitative analysis. Keep bringing great life advice and informed statistics. I appreciate that, good brother. I always love your support. Like I said, this is my platform is your platform, so I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's see here. Carl says, Kevin, right. He is a numbers man. Appreciate that, good brother. And then Mona says, hello, Kevin. And thank you for the super chat. Absolutely. Man, that's appreciate. I'm glad y'all showing out because I know y'all are surprised because I know some people, they have the notifications on and they expect me to come on at 7 p.m. Houston time every Monday. And they'll be waiting. But this Saturday show probably caught them off guard. So I definitely understand if we don't get that many people. But I'm telling you, when I clip this stuff up, it's going to be valuable, right? And I'm going to make sure that you get the credit that you deserve for coming onto the platform. And also, we got another super sticker from Kevin C. for I looked that up. Hold on one second. I want to give you some credit real quick. And you travel. What is H&L? What currency is that?
Shoot, I have no idea. It looks like I'm more Eastern. It looks more Eastern.
H&L Honduran. Let me know if I'm right. Okay. Let me know if I'm right, Kevin C. Honduran. That's what they're telling me on the great place of Google. So yeah, hopefully you come in here. Yeah, Kevin with the heavy hands. Yeah, absolutely. And I appreciate it. Thank you, good brother. Man. So I want to get back into a little bit more of Bulgaria because we don't hear much about, these types of places. Like I said, I'm a Europe guy. I just started traveling to, like South America. I've been to Thailand multiple times, but Europe is where I, enjoy the most because everything is right there. Like you can set yourself up in one country. And back in the day, you used to have a flight, our airline called Ryanair, where you would go there. I don't know if you remember that, but yeah, Ryanair, you could take a flight anywhere and it would cost like $50, and you can go out there and, visit multiple countries. So my advice to people, if you've never been to Europe, I mean, it's the easiest way to travel. You could literally drive to another country. You could take a train to another country. And by the time a week passes, you probably already visited 5 different countries. That's how great Europe is. So give us a little bit of, expert advice on Bulgaria. So how's, like you said, it's very cheap to live there. How's the food? How the people, and our Black people welcome there?
Yes. So the food is the food quality is amazing, like it is in almost every European country I've been to. In terms of getting around, it's you can take public transportation, but it's not as good as it is in Western Europe. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. It's not as good, but I don't really need it because I don't really leave the city and I live so close to the city center. So I'm right by the beach. I'm like 15, 20 minutes walking from the beach. And I'll tell you a quick story about me in Bulgaria. It was when I first got there, and I went to go work out with some guy that I met, and he was like, "Hey, you want to go work out outside in the outdoor gyms? They have these outdoor gyms. It's very common in Europe to have these.
I like
outdoor
that.
Gyms.
Keep talking.
Yeah. It's very, very common. So you'll see a multitude of different outdoor gyms in the city area. So I'm walking to this outdoor gym. And we go work out, and I'm finishing a set, and then I'm just checking my phone, and a kid runs up and hugs my leg, Yeah, and then his parents come and they start talking to me like, "Oh, where are you from? Oh, you're from the States. Oh, like we love the USA," and they were super friendly. I've had like grannies stop me, and they couldn't speak any English, but they were just like, "Oh, wow," you know what I mean? Like America, and yeah, I have all the time people stopping me all the time, people waving. People are super friendly here for me, in my experience. And they're very, very welcoming. I think that you are what you attract as a person. I think if you're a quality individual, you find quality people. And so, yeah, for me, my experience has been nothing short of extraordinary, and I love it here. I plan to stay here for a few years, and then I'll probably leave because I want to do some real estate shopping.
Okay.
In the next few years. So yeah, so I'm this is my base for now because it's kind of like a tax haven, and it just makes things so much simpler for me and what I do. And I don't like super complicated stuff. That's the difference between Bulgaria. I've also been to Croatia too as well. I'm also going to Croatia again in July. I'm going to Croatia again. And yeah, so we will be putting out a lot of content about Croatia and more about Eastern Europe moving forward too as well. And also I can also speak about a little bit about Germany because I also lived in Germany for 5 years, and yeah, what I would say is in Germany, the people there are more reserved at first. Don't be so alarmed if they're not as friendly. They kind of want you to kind of make the first move, you know,
right.
to speak to them. But once you get to talking to them and they see that you're articulate person, you have some form of English knowledge and stuff like that, then they start wanting to get more interested and wanting to know who you are, where you're from, and you can break that barrier. And then the one thing about German people is what I would say is once you have a German friend, you have them for life.
Right.
That's just how they are. It's very, very safe in Bulgaria. It's also very, very safe in Germany too as well. When I was there, I'll tell you a quick story about when I was in study hall, when I was in university. I left my laptop because I went to go chill with some people. I left my laptop in the study hall and completely forgot it. Ended up spending the night at their place or whatever. Came back, my laptop was still there, untouched. Just to tell you how it is there. I've been at festivals, dropped my wallet. I had a German dude run to come give me my wallet. Like, hey, you dropped my wallet. And there was like hundreds of dollars in there, or euros, dollars equivalent, But yeah, it's really, really nice, man. Like I can't complain at all. I've just had a really great experience. I feel like the food quality has really helped me age really, really well throughout the course of my time. Also, I exercise regularly too as well. I've been exercising since I was 15. So that with the combination of nutrition and the combination of also walking more, riding bikes more, and being more in the outdoors. There's more vegetation within the inner cities as well.
Right.
So you'll see more trees. You'll see, more parks integrated within the city elements. It's not like the States where it's just building.
Yeah,
building.
and then you have to travel to the parks.
Yeah, you get on your bike. You put your bike in a car. You drive to a location.
Yeah,
take your bike out of the car. That's how it is in the States. You can't just get on your bike and just drive around the city. It doesn't work because there's no infrastructure in the States.
But yeah, the points that you made about the nutrition, that's definitely true. The food, I mean, it's not as heavy. And that's because, in the States, it's, we got all the chemicals and GMO and all that stuff in there. Yeah. But yeah, it's easily digestible. You end up eating less because the food is so rich, and I learned that. Also, to your point about walking, I mentioned that point about Germany. A lot of people either walk or bike. And that was one of the huge differences that I saw from the States and German people, because, if you look at our obesity rates and then you look at Germany's obesity rates, are, two different things. And I think that has a lot to do with people walking instead of just, driving everywhere. And just that, I don't think people, they don't place a lot of emphasis on how much walking will do for you if you do it consistently. Right. And so, yeah, I'm just making sure, in old videos about travel, I said that. So you reiterating that is definitely, something that people need to understand and notice about going overseas, especially that damn nutrition. I love the food over there. I am a foodie, and I'm gonna get into that here in a second. But that's one of the main reasons why I travel, is to go try new things, try different foods, and so and one of my inspirations. So, but man, before we get off, because I'm gonna get into a little bit of stuff in regards to recommendations, but I want to make sure that you get the credit that you deserve. Go ahead and plug everything that you got, man. And like I said, Mona has been on it. But I just, hey, SO Green, you the man. This was amazing. I'm glad you got a chance to take, some time. I'm not sure what time it is over there, but maybe in the afternoon, right?
Yeah, it's 7:45 p.m. right now.
Okay, so I wanted to make sure that you got on here. So 12 p.m. was a perfect time to go. So go ahead and plug everything, man. And I'll definitely clip this up so you can have it on your page. And hopefully we can get you some more subscribers. So if you guys haven't done so already, please head over to Vandross. How do you say your last name? Idiake? Idiake. Go to his page, and also Moonboy Capital Ventures page. And I'm going to let him go ahead and finish it up. You got it, bro.
Yeah, guys, I would just like to say before I leave, everyone that decides to subscribe to my channel, I'm very, very humble. And just know that this is something that I'm trying to build really, really big, because I want to spread this message as big as possible about traveling, about peace, about freedom, about culture, because this is something that I think is really, really missing in this space, because I know there's a lot of people that are also in this space that are also, African-American too as well, but they're the Passport Bros movement, but they're a little bit talking more about women, and they're not really educating on how to legally immigrate to a country, and other different, the cost of living of the country. What's the environment like? What's the culture like? What's the food like? So these are the types of things that I want to bring into the channel and try to bring a different sort of light, and sort of that's my kind of value proposition for the Vendrosity Ake channel. So I hope you guys enjoyed the ride, and yeah, thank you to anybody that subscribes to me, man. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to promote peace, love, and positivity to everyone.
Absolutely, bro. And let me get to some of these comments before you head out, because I think there was a lot of people that was enjoying the content. Let's see here. They say, let me see. Carl says, Mona, the best mod on YouTube. We see you, my salute. Absolutely. She also says yes to the gym. Mona been in that gym. I see her community tab post where she's clowning on the gym, but that's just part of the process. You got to go. So I like to see Mona posting those gym updates. I post some here and there, but yeah, it was funny. The responses that I got when I posted gym picture, people was like, man, I did not know that she was that big. It was so funny. I got DMs, I got emails, people asking me to do, like nutrition and fitness and personal training and all that type of stuff. It was even some girls in there, and I had to show my fiance. She was like, hey, we don't do that here. So that was funny. Mona says the hospitality makes a difference for sure. It absolutely does. I'm telling you, I mean, especially in Germany, I've always enjoyed visiting, and then also Thailand. I mean, it just feels safe. I mean, I don't know how to. I mean, of course, you got dangers everywhere, but man, just walking to like my homeboy, he lives like within walking distance of like this. It's like a, what do they call it? A Euro place or whatever, where they sell those euros, those Greek,
the Dunar.
Yeah, Dunar. Yeah. He lives like within walking distance, and we was just like walking through the neighborhood, and it was just this truck that sells, the Dunars or whatever. I'm like, you just walk over there, and I was like, oh, this is cool. So yeah, like a little community inside of the neighborhood,
Yes.
That would be great to have. Like, I live in a nice neighborhood, and just have like a store like right down the street where you could just walk. That would be pretty cool. So, you mentioned that about Bulgaria. You were one way, you got the grocery store, and then you go the other way, you got a cafe. So
yes, it's amazing. And also another point I wanted to make, I know I said a lot already, but
no, go ahead.
People love to socialize like outside for hours, like at the cafes. Like that's a normal thing. If you make friends with people, the locals, and you go somewhere to go eat, don't expect to get up after like 45 minutes to an hour. Like you're gonna be there for some time. They want to talk, they want to relax. They like to enjoy the time more than everything isn't about work in Europe, it's a completely different mentality. So that's another thing I wanted to add.
The same thing I experienced in Portugal. I used to tell people, I was like, man, they don't put a time limit on their lunch break, because they can sit there and have tea. I mean, one of their big things, like they take time out of the day to drink tea. And then also if you have civilian workers, so in the military, we just go out there and we would just talk. And you can get caught up, and next thing you know, you just spent 2 hours out there. Now you got to explain yourself, So, but that Portugal, I mean, it's just so laid back, but they get a lot of work done, but they do prioritize their time off and their relaxation. And that's one thing that we miss in the States. Everybody is so go, and you have to prioritize, a relaxed time, some naps or something. So whatever you need to do. And I was just telling a young guy in the gym about that, about the importance of sleep when you go to the gym. When you're young, you just going, you seeing some gains, and you like, hey, I'm gonna go every day. And I'm like, bro, like you gotta relax, let those muscles grow, you got. And he was just like, yeah, I'm going in there every day. I was like, that's probably the problem. You're not letting those muscles naturally repair themselves. You got to get some sleep, man. But it's tough to tell most young guys that, because they're so excited to get big, and they see a little cut in the arm or something like that. They're like, oh, I got to keep going. Like, hey, just take a break. You be all right. You can miss the gym one day. I'm going to the gym after I get done with this, so we'll be all right. Let's see here. Carl says, Bulgarian life sounds okay. Is it cold there? Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah. So it's very seasonal. Bulgaria is very seasonal. So that's what you can expect. Right now, it's kind of cold. I kind of forgotten Fahrenheit because I've been in Europe so long, so I can only tell you in Celsius. Sorry, but you can translate it. I think it's right now. It's usually fluctuating between 10 to 14 degrees Celsius. And yeah, in the summertime, it'll get to really, really hot, like around 26 to 31 ish in Celsius. And so you can expect really, really good weather in the summer, and also in the beginning stage of the fall too as well. Especially during the peak high season is when that's why I'm going to be putting out a lot of content during the peak high season. That's when there's a lot more people that come to travel. There's a lot because it's very, very cheap. And you get the beach, the seaside too as well. So, and the food is so cheap. Like I was eating at one of the top restaurants on the seaside, and I ordered lobster and steak, and I paid like $15. Yeah, in total price. Yeah, and that was the top. I was literally on the seaside, like glass windows. Yeah. So people were looking at me like, "What is this guy doing here?" Like this is the expensive spot.
Like, man, what does he do for a living? I could buy 5 meals. Don't mess with me.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's good. Yeah. That was a great question, Carl. Appreciate that, man. Yeah. Thank you. That's good insight. Yeah, these guys need to know about this. Prime VA says, yeah, flights across Europe are dirt cheap. Absolutely, man. Like when I retired, I went to Germany. I went to Spain. Where else? We went to a bunch of other places just to celebrate me retiring from the military, and it was just very cheap. I went on I don't know if they still have it. It's called weekends.com, where you could just like pick a little plan or package, and it would cost like maybe $300 for like a weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think they changed it. They rebranded it. They rebranded it to something else.
What's the name now?
I can't remember the name now because it's been a while since I've been out too. But they rebranded it to something else. But yeah, I remember that. I used to take those trips too as well.
We got to find that. We definitely got to find that. It was simple. Like it was just you go in there. Oh, 2 days, $300 in the flight and the hotel. Like, man, this is simple. So y'all got to go. That's why I said Europe is my favorite place. I know a lot of guys like South America, and they like going to the Thailand areas and Philippines. But I'm telling you, nothing beats Europe. Like if you can get everything that you want there, depending on whatever country that you get, even Germany in particular. You go to Berlin, you get that city life. That's literally almost like New York. You can go to Frankfurt, the capital. I mean, man, oh my goodness. Germany is amazing. Spain, Madrid, Barcelona. It's so many places that you can go and visit out there, man. You guys can definitely have a great time. So look into Europe. This is a continent that a lot of people don't talk about in these spaces. And that's one of the stigmas that's on the Passport Bros. I've heard Passport Bro detractors, they'll say, well, Europe is too expensive for Black men to go. And I'm like, what? Like, what? Have y'all been to Europe? Like, what are you talking about? So I just wanted to make sure. Go ahead. You can speak on that.
No, I was just going to say that those are the people that probably haven't really traveled or explored much, But yeah, Europe is, generally speaking, compared to the US, everywhere is more cheap. There are some areas that are expensive, not going to lie. Like if you go to like some of the Scandinavian areas and Luxembourg is expensive.
I'm going there this time, so just to see it. So the city state. Go ahead, continue, sir.
And Switzerland too as well. Okay. So so there are some areas that are more expensive, but for generally speaking, if you're making US dollars, the average salary in the US is like $42,000, and the top 1% make $50,000 a year in the world, right? Globally speaking. So if you're making $42,000 a year which is the US average, then you're closer to the top 1% globally. Just to give you an example,
just to give an example. That's good. Put things into perspective. I just actually did a video on Switzerland for Black women. It was a lot of Black women that were thinking, hey, what places can we go to like date and find, husbands per se. And I found some young Black women and some older Black women that had been over in Switzerland. And YouTube, you could find everything, right? Yes. And so I did the video based off of what they were telling them. So hopefully that helped, and that's a country that I have yet to visit, but I'm pretty sure that I will get there very shortly. So so that should be soon. Let's see here. Mona D says, yes, Media Man, the food is much more nutrient dense. Absolutely. And then she said, walking does work. Yeah, Mona in that gym, she know. Xerxes says, excellent show. Thank you. I appreciate that, good brother. Let's see here. And he said he just subscribed to your page. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. See, we got
thank you, man.
We blacks don't hear a lot about Eastern Europe. Yeah. And that's why this is a great show. Like I said, venture out and talk about Eastern Europe for a change, you know. Thank you, Vandross. Great info. Appreciate that, Vanessa.
Thank you.
And then Mona D says, we need muscles on muscles like Media Man. Nah, it's just camera tricks. You know, it's just the lighting. It's hitting me right. It's like oh, man, we got my boy Jay Fleming in the building. What's good, good brother? Jay is actually living in Mexico right now. So and he's one of the pillars of the Passport Bro movement. It has great content over there. Appreciate you, bro, joining the show. This is Vandross. So, yeah,
I need to subscribe to his channel too.
Yeah. He's subscribe to Jay's channel, and he'll give you a crash course in regards to how he's living over there. That dude is very successful, very good brother. So yeah, like partnering with those guys. Let's see here. Carl says, "What safe?" He said, "Yeah, man, safe." Let's see here. Oh, we got a lot of comments. Let me make sure. Okay, got I want to make sure everybody say what they have to say before you head out. Cortez Smith says, when the few Passport Bros did Europe content, the detractor said, y'all just going to Europe to assimilate to whiteness. All right. That's a first. Assimilate to that was their what? Okay. Sometimes people that have something negative to say, like it's not even that deep. Like, man, it's not like black men are going to these places like, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna just go ingrain myself into this white culture. Like, no, we just going to have fun. Like, I don't know. All this stuff is new to me. Like, I just been traveling, and now I'm starting to learn that people think that you're going over there to do some foolery, and I'm like, man, what are y'all? What's wrong with y'all? Like, what?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry. It's funny to me.
No, yeah. It's true, man. It's true. I think that there's a lot of programming from social media. That's another thing I didn't tell you guys as well, is I haven't had social media for 7 years. I just got back. I didn't have anything. Like, I still don't even have Instagram. I just have YouTube, and my assistant runs my TikTok to drive traffic for my channel.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I'm very new to social media. Like, I just started doing YouTube now, and everything's new to me because I haven't been programmed, for 7 years. So imagine I'm kind of like an anomaly when it comes to social media. So anything that is mentioned in terms of meme culture and stuff, you won't see any of that type of like editing style on because I don't know anything about meme culture. And,
right.
Yeah, I kind of lived kind of operating in the shadows. But after talking to a couple of my business partners, they told me that content is a really good way to grow your reach, grow your message, and connect with as many people as possible. And, they're right. There's 4.5 billion people on the internet. So why not,
Yep. That's definitely true. It is a way to market. I mean, you could do damn near anything on the internet, but you have to have a balance, right? It's good and bad about, these spaces from what I learned. And I've been very vocal. I didn't even know that the black community was having all these issues with relationships until after I got out of the military, because I really didn't have time to ingrain myself into what was going on in regards to these conversations. But what I did learn is that there's a lot of misinformation out there. And I felt that there was a space for somebody who actually took the time to read, took the time to do the research and break down the numbers and provide the truth. And that's why I'm here. Right. Because I was like, well, how can y'all have a conversation on something that's not true? And that's what kind of bothered me. I was like, well, is this what, I think the majority of the problems that we have in regards to black relationships is the conversations are built off false narratives. Right. And I was like, well, this is not this is a disingenuous conversation because you guys are not talking about the truth. And I mean, if anybody knows my page, like, I'm not going to deviate from, I can have my opinion, but the conversation is going to be rooted in truth. And then you can make your, assumptions from that, whatever you want to do with the truth, but just talk about that. But yeah, I'm somewhat like you. Like, I was very shocked to see that we were even having issues with relationships. I didn't know. So
same, man.
Yeah. So I just been living life. So I don't know. Yeah, it's people just tripping. Cortez said, I know it's laughable. I busted out laughing when I heard it because it was ridiculous. Yeah, it's like assimilating into white culture, like especially military guys, like y'all. I mean, we've served with all races, so it's very tough for us to have this jaded mentality of being like, white, and I'm like, bro, like, I understand, I did my history, I know history about racism and things of that nature, Jim Crow, segregation, redlining. I understand all of that, man. But as individuals, like, bro, I'm gonna be pissed off at a guy that saved my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because of his color. like, no, like my best friends. I call a bunch of my friends brothers. Man, I got like damn near 30, 40 brothers. Out here from the military, and they're all different colors. So all that conversation about assimilating and white women this, I'm like, bro, we just dating. We didn't see every type of woman. Like we just dating. Like what you expect if you're in, let's say, Eastern Europe, and I'm just be like, nah, I'm not dating anybody because it ain't no black women out here. Like, bro, it's not that deep. Like, I am in a different country. Like, get that out of your head. And I'm talking to the women. It's not that deep. We just enjoying life. Like, it's no plan to where a guy is like, yeah, I'm going to this country so I could date white women. Like, it's just funny to me. I don't know.
Yeah,
you can add on to that, but all this stuff, I just laugh at some of most of the part. I just laugh at it. So.
Yeah, for me, you gotta imagine. For me, it's really, really strange because I'm the same way. Like I don't want to say this in a bad way, but I don't really see color. I see people because I've been screwed over by people that look just like me. Before. And so for me, it's like, I just see hearts and souls, so if you're a great person, then that's all I really care about, and if you're a bad person, then stay away from me, and that's just kind of how I move. But I think a lot of people, they focus too much on the outer shell and not the inner. And so that's why they have a lot of issues a lot of times. And the thing is, you may have had an opportunity to meet someone special, and you decide to not even give them a chance to even enter your bubble, and it could have been somebody special that could have helped you in your life, could have helped elevate you in your life, and you're not gonna even want to have a conversation. I'll sit down with anybody, even people that I disagree with, but that's it comes from, I think, a more mature outlook on things from our experiences.
Yeah, and I mean, you grow up very fast in the military, so it's I think that helps you out, and I think that's why people are noticing the fact that you've done so much before the age of 30, and that comes with experience, and you've been traveling the world. You're a cultured man, and that's a lot. That I think that's what's lacking in the Black community. Some of our opinions and some of our viewpoints are just so one-sided. They're short-sighted, for one, because most people haven't been anywhere. And that's why I encourage more people to get their passports, because you guys have to get out of the States. Not saying that you got to, go stay in a different country, just to see different experiences, and acclimate to their culture, try their foods, get used to staying in places that don't have air conditioning, and you could just leave the windows open and let the breeze come in, those types of experiences. That's outside of a resort or something like that, just living in the culture, and I think that would help the Black community out a lot, especially with relationships, all that stuff, just get out there and stop being so hateful towards one another.
Lord. And also another thing I wanted to mention too, as well, is racism is not as big as it is in the state. Like, people need to get out of that mindset of thinking that, because racism is huge. I even forget about racism until I go and meet my parents when I see them for Christmas, and then, it's just everything is Black and you're white and I'm, you know what I mean? And it's like, why does I haven't even, I went to a wedding with my brother was a DJ at this wedding, and we were the only Black people in there. I didn't even notice, because I'm just whatever. And then he's like, oh, like, are you okay? Like, being the token black guy here, and like making a joke. And I was just like, oh yeah, I am, but I don't notice these types of things, it's just different, it's a completely different.
Yeah.
When you travel outside of the US, it's not like how you are. And also, for instance, in Germany, they're actually more racist towards Turkish, they don't like Turkish people. So there's more racism internally in Europe. Like, oh, the Italians don't like these guys, and these guys the Turkish don't like Germans don't like Turkish, and the Bulgarians don't like these people, or the Ukrainians. Like, for instance, Bulgarians don't like Ukrainians. They don't have a problem with black people, but they don't like Ukrainians. So there's different internal things going on in Europe, that they have to worry about, that it's not really a big thing like how it is in the States, and how the States tries to depict it and tries to, be so divisive. It's such a divisive type of state of mind and mentality. And if you succumb to that type of rhetoric, you are what you succumb to, eventually you're going to become, a part of you is going to become that, you're going to have that type of negative energy carrying around you. So you need to let go, And
no, I definitely agree. I think the United States just developed this culture of trying to be divisive, and I think it's, for one, it's profitable, to do so, and then also, not profitable for people, but for the economy if we keep people separated and not interacting with one another. I mean, like you said, you may miss out on a blessing on a business venture, if you're going to take this stance of, I'm not going to work with you because you're this color, right? And like I said, going overseas, the first thing that you are is American. And, you sit there and think about, oh, I'm a black man. I'm like, no, bro. They just, as soon as you say something, they're gonna be like, oh, you're an American. It's not like you're a black guy. Now, I've been places where, like you said, the little kid came up and hugged your leg. I've been all over, Asia, and people have asked me to take pictures with them, and just, walking down the street, and they're like, oh, dudes will send their girlfriends over and, take a picture, and they'll be like there, and it's nothing like malicious or anything. It's just like, I want to take a picture with this big black American guy. So
this actually happened to me last Saturday. Actually, this is a great story actually, because I went to the mall. I'm putting out mall content later in the week, but so I was filming the mall, and as soon as I entered the mall, hey, Mister, can we take a picture? As soon as I entered, I took a picture. 5 minutes later, this couple comes with their baby, and they asked me to take a picture with me kissing their baby.
Oh,
no
wow.
lie. No lie. And then I go upstairs to the top floor. I go eat. Within 5 minutes of sitting my food down, kids come. Hey, can we take a picture? Can we take a picture? 5 minutes later, more people come. Can we take a picture? Can we take a picture? It's like, it's crazy, man. I was like, man, I'm exhausted. Is this what it feels like to be a celebrity?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I definitely felt like that. I was like, man, so your story definitely hits home. That's crazy. Yeah. You get that experience, and it's just so genuine. You're not expecting it. And some of them can barely speak English, but you can, this picture, and I'm like,
yeah.
So I'm probably on somebody's wall, like, hey, look at this, this is this guy. So
exactly, man.
This regular guy. We got Barber Inc. in the building. He says, what's good, bro? I'm a student today, got my pen and pad. I'm only a domestic traveler at the moment. Bro, I travel about 4 days out of the week, every week. Right. So, and the reason why I don't put out that content is because y'all can't see that content for what I do and the places that I am in the States, but I understand. And I love the States, going to different, states, different cities. It's amazing, to get to do this on a day-to-day basis, but sometimes it can be tiresome. Right. And you just need that break. So, when I request to go work from overseas, they welcome it, because they know how it is. So, but I'm taking some time off to enjoy myself this time. So, but I'll still have my work computer, of course, and I'll still be involved with my team. So you guys will know I'm a lead public health analysis, so for the federal government. So I go everywhere and do healthcare fixed programs, help major hospitals fix their public health programs, and we get contracted out to help these different countries. So yeah, it's a great job. So I enjoy it. So give y'all a little background about your boy. Some girl, she was like, so I wanted, this is real quick, on Instagram. one of the guys that I routinely interact with, he tagged me in a link or something like that where they're having a conversation about some of the numbers that I put out, and he mentioned my name, and this girl was like, I went to this man's page and you sent me to an Instagram page with an uncredentialed man. And I'm like, what? And so I responded to her, I was like, what makes you think that I'm uncredentialed? And I put my LinkedIn, in there. She was, she didn't say anything after that. I was like, oh, okay. It's funny. I don't know why would I just be sitting up here talking? Like, all right. Anyway, Xerxes, they never want a brother to be happy. Some of this stuff is just funny to me. Like, Lord. Okay. Pool Man says, I literally only got Facebook because I had to have it for college. Oh, okay, cool. And I have a time limit on how much social media I could use. Keen Barracuda, if he was in here, he knows that because he sends me a lot of content. And he was like, hey, I just want to make sure I sent this to you before your time limit is up. So I'm only allowed 2 hours out of the day to scroll social media. And this is for work. Being on YouTube, you have to be in tune with what's going on, So, I use those 2 hours wisely. I'm just not on there scrolling. So it's always for work, business. Let's see here. Who else we got? Okay. Mona D said, facts. We do truth / data over here. Absolutely. Mona got a great channel over there. I hope you put your link in the comments too, Mona. I think you're gonna hit 1,000 here very shortly. I seen Theo pushing it, so you'll be there soon. Xerxes said, I just subscribed to Jay Fleming's and Vandross's channels. Thanks again, Media Man. There you go, bro.
Mona, can you please put your link too so I can subscribe to your channel?
Thank you. Appreciate it. Carl said that's a gorilla shaming tactic. That's funny. Pooh Man, Jay, you not keeping the 5-bedroom? Yeah, Jay, he living well over there. And he has an Airbnb in Mexico. Yeah, so definitely follow Jay's page. He's doing a lot. Carl says, outside the country, most Black people don't leave their side of the city. Yeah, and that's the problem. We got to get up out of here. So Barbara says, in the U.S., it's racism. In other countries, it's nationalism or nationality. But there's conflict everywhere. Yeah, and I agree with that. It's always going to be some conflict, but overt and covert is top tier in the U.S. So racism. So Carl says, bro, you kissing babies in Bulgaria. I'm coming now. That's funny. Xerxes says, I know, right? It sounds cool interacting with local peoples. Absolutely. And let's see here. Mona D said, put some respect on the credentials. Absolutely. And I've shared all the, my degrees and certifications and things of that nature, but people don't look that far. It's like, whatever. So, there, Mona put her channel on there. So you go ahead. Once you get off here, she has some great content over there. I was checking her out. Cortez says, Carl, facts, there's an actual stat about that. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go ahead to what? Kissing babies? What y'all talking about? I'm about to look up. I think he's talking about outside the country. Most Black people don't leave their side of the city. Yeah, and I have some family members that's like that. I'm like, man, y'all gotta get out of there, get out of California, see the world. But yeah, so I got everything. Everybody put their thank yous on there, man. This was a great. First of all, I appreciate you coming up, man, on short notice. This was very. This live stream was short notice, but I knew I wouldn't have time to talk about it on Monday because I'm doing the STDs in the Black community and how to prevent and control and do all that stuff. So I wanted to do this first before I get into that. But yeah, man, once again, thank you for coming up on the screen on the platform. This was amazing. We got to learn about Bulgaria, kissing babies, all types of stuff, man. So I'm definitely I don't want to make this the last time that you're on my show. I'm gonna get some more some of these younger gentlemen, and hopefully you'll be open to coming back and having a discourse and a dialogue with those young men as well, bro. So go ahead and say your sign out before you get out of here.
Of course, man. Of course, guys. You can follow me again on my channel, Vandross Hideaki or Moonboy Capital Ventures. Those two are my two YouTube channels. And you can also hit me up. You can contact me for any business inquiries on moonboycapitalventures@gmail.com. That's moonboycapitalventures@gmail.com. And peace, love, and positivity to everyone, man. And peace.
Appreciate that, bro. And be safe over there, and we'll definitely keep in touch. And I'll have you on the show again. Thank you again, man. All right.
Take care. Take care.
Bye. So I hope y'all enjoyed that great interview with Vandross, man. That dude is going places. I love to see an accomplished young brother. I mean, man, that was an amazing interview. Hope you guys learned about Bulgaria. I definitely learned a lot. That is a country that I have not visited yet. Hopefully very shortly, you know, if I have time while I'm doing my tours all over Europe. So like I said, I enjoy Europe so much. That's like my second home, as my homeboy Jamal would say. So yeah, he lives there full time. So that's one of my favorite countries. I've talked about this before. But before we get into some of the recommendations that I have in regards to things that you need to, that I would say that you need to bring when you're traveling, I want to show y'all a video in regards to who inspired me to actually start traveling and enjoying the travel. So without further ado, here we go.
Be open to experience, be willing to try new things, don't have a rigid plan, accept random acts of hospitality without judgment or fear. Don't be afraid to wander, don't be afraid to eat a bad meal. You know, if you don't risk the bad meal, you'll never get the magical one. But I think most important, you know, be humble, be grateful. Be aware of the fact that you are probably the stupidest person in the room. As far as you are the least prepared, least equipped person to know who's really in charge and what's really going on.
What have you learned about people from around the world? Are there any sweeping
I think I maybe before I started traveling, I thought that the human race as a whole were, you know, could and would turn on itself at any moment, you know, venal, petty, cruel, arbitrary. And it's true that all of those things exist in this world, but I meet mostly pretty nice people doing the best they can, often under very, very difficult conditions. I met a lot of very nice people who've done very, very bad things that conflict with my deeply held conceptions of justice or sexual equality or acceptable practice or religious views. A lot of gray areas in travel. But I think that on balance, the world is filled with people doing the best they can, you know, who love their kids and, you know, would like to, you know, put on a clean shirt every morning and live their lives with a little dignity and have access to food and water. Hope.
Man, that was my guy, Anthony Bourdain, ripped to the GOAT, like people said in the comment section. He has such an impact on my life in regards to travel, because when I first started traveling, I was very young, right? And when you travel as a young man, you forget to do the tourist thing, right? And you just, you know, you want to go to these different countries and party, you know, have fun and drink. And so when I started to listen to Anthony Bourdain and start to watch the show Parts Unknown, it just made me realize that I'm going to these countries and I'm not even experiencing the culture, right? I'm just going over there trying to have fun and everything is a blur. So listening to him speak about his experiences and watching his videos, it made me realize that I need to start doing the tourist thing. I need to start taking more pictures. I need to start doing more videos and going to the historic places in these different countries, right? Because like I said, when you're young, you're just trying to party. So when I became a little bit older, I would say it all changed when I was about 29. And then I started going to different countries. And the first time that I did that was when I went to the Philippines. And we were in Cebu. Cebu is the second largest city in the Philippines. And they have a prayer temple that is recommended, you know, for all tourist people to go to. And I just remember after me and my homeboy got done partying and doing our thing, I was like, you know what? I was like, man, we got to do some tourist stuff. And I said it just like that. And I started looking and we found the temple and we drove to there, took a taxi. And it was one of the greatest experiences that I've ever had. If you look at my video montage on travel, it's actually in there from me looking at this big, this huge painting on the wall in the temple, right? And so yeah, and Anthony Bourdain, he is definitely one of the greatest people in regards to travel. He inspired me, and also that's why I have his book, and I've read this over and over. I don't know if you guys have ever seen as well. I read so many books, guys, and I know I recommend a lot, but Anthony Bourdain, The Nasty Bits. This is a great travel book. He explains everything in regards to his travels, going to different countries, the foods that he's ate, the people that he's met. This guy had a huge. He inspired me, right, to travel, and that's why I push travel so much to you guys, because this was a great man. It was just unfortunate that he passed, and I took it to heart. I was deeply saddened by it. So if you have a chance, please go check out Anthony Bourdain's The Nasty Bits book. It is one of my favorites. It is my top 5. I've read hundreds of books, and I'm telling you guys right now, if you're into travel and you love food, you will love this book, right? And I've not been paid by Anthony Bourdain's estate. I just make sure that I pass on the great information for you all, right? So rip to Anthony Bourdain. So I just wanted to share that video clip in regards to what he's experienced while he was traveling. So yeah, it's amazing. So okay, cool, got you. Thanks. Okay, subscribe to Mona's page. Good to go. Mona says, amazing streaming guest. Absolutely, man. Van Jaws, he was spot on. He put everything on. I love it. Bulgaria. And then Carl says he was a GOAT. Absolutely. Xerxes says, wow, rip to the travel GOAT. Yeah, that's my guy. And rip to Anthony Bourdain. Yeah, he was a great man. Great man. Just sad to see how it all played out. But I do actually want to do a quick trivia, right? And whoever can name this place that I went to, I will cash app you $5 right now, right on the spot. So if you guys did not see the thumbnail for this video, let me remind you, the first person to identify this country and this place, I will send you a $5 super chat right now. So I want y'all to take a look at this place and then let me know. I'm muted. My bad. Yeah, so $5 Cash App. You know, we got a couple minutes left on this. So let me bring this up. Hold on one second. All right, I keep that right there. So yeah, I seen some lists. I forgot what show I was watching where there was like a whole list of what people can or can't, or what men can't do. And some girl was like, men can't go to Starbucks and stand in line for coffee. I was like, what? It was like, yeah, that's a little suspect. I'm like, what the hell? It's a whole list of things that women bring up that men can't do. I'm like, man, this is getting out of hand. But yeah, it's Carl said it's not Texas. No, it's not Texas. Not Texas. Nobody can pick that out, huh? You're gonna be surprised. It's not in the States. Not in the States. I want somebody to get it. You know, I got $5 in my pocket. If not, I'm using that $5 for myself. You know, well, I'm gonna, you know, get my fiance a coffee. So when I crossed the dam, I wanted that $5 to hand orange covering eyes. It's funny. Vanessa said Brazil. Nope. All right. We'll give it a countdown here. Give it another 30 seconds. And then I'm going to show y'all. Well, that's Cortez says Turkey. Nope. That's somewhat okay. That's getting close. Egypt. Nope. Saudi Arabia. Nope. Getting close. And everybody, I'm pretty sure everybody knows where this is. You probably, you know, I'm pretty sure a lot of people haven't been there, but I'm pretty sure after I show you this clip, you can be like, oh shit. Say Kazakhstan, nope. Israel, nope. Jordan, nope. This is some good guesses though. So let's get a couple more. Iran, nope. All right, those are some. Hey, man, those are some great guesses at the end there. So, without further ado, let me show y'all where this is. Hopefully, they don't flag me for this.
Hazy, Cassius. But shouldn't the barbarians lose the Battle of Carthage?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm pretty sure y'all seen that. That was that picture was taken at Carthage, Tunis, Tunisia, right? And like I said, I'm pretty sure people you probably seen the movie Gladiator, and they mentioned Carthage when they were reenacting the battle in the stadium, right? And he said, yeah, you know, wasn't they supposed to win the Battle of Carthage? And I've actually been to Carthage. That's something that a lot of people cannot say, right? So I put that in there as a quick trivia, you know, because I've been to some different countries that a lot of people haven't visited before. So yeah, so Carl said, "Is there weed in Tunisia?" I'm not sure, bro. I wouldn't I would be surprised. It may be, but yeah, that's in the northern tip of Africa. If most people don't know that, if you look on the map, you'll see it at the very northern part of Africa, right? So yeah, so I've been to Carthage, which we know now as Tunis, and I believe that's the capital of Tunisia. Yeah, So, but yeah, I just wanted to put that trivia out there to see if somebody would get it. But yeah, but you guys are definitely getting close with that Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Jordan, things of that nature. But yeah, I've been to the ruins, spent a lot of time out there. Yeah, it was definitely it was amazing. Yeah, Lucas said Tunisia is definitely a rare destination. It absolutely is. So that's pretty funny. Let's see here. Carl says, hey, looks like they got the perfect climate to grow weed for real. I see where your mind at, Carl. Vanessa said, first time I heard of Tunisia was at the World Cup. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to share some of these obscure countries, but they're great countries that I've been to, and you guys are going to be shocked. Like, man, what the hell are you doing out there? Let's see here. What else we got? So this, I just want to share a couple of things, and we'll do another trivia here in a second after I go over the stuff that you should bring while you're traveling. I'm gonna just pull this up real quick. So, of course, you need your passports, right? So make sure that you have your passport on you at all times before you travel overseas. I always keep it on me just in case, being an American. And I also, for my job, of course, I have to register through the STEPS program. If you guys don't know what that is, it's just the STEPS program. It basically puts you in a U.S. registry to where when you're traveling and you put your destination, if you have any sort of an emergency, like a medical emergency or anything, you'll be in the STEPS registration, and they'll be able to track you and your whereabouts by using STEPS. This is something that government workers and a lot of people use, but a lot of people aren't aware of this, right? So you need all the support that you can get when you're traveling as an American in case you get into a bind. And you also need to know where your nearest embassy is, your nearest U.S. embassy is. In Europe, they have them all over, right? So STEPS, they can definitely help you out with that. Once you register, they'll give you recommendations on where the closest U.S. embassy is, so you can make sure that you are safe, or you need a place to go to get some things worked out. If you get into some trouble overseas, you'll know where the U.S. embassy is, right? So yeah, so that's one thing that I use. Make sure you bring your passports and also your COVID card. Even though more countries are lax on the COVID, COVID restrictions, I would just make sure that I'm up to date. If you are, if you're opposed to getting the shot and you're going to a country, that don't, really care, then that's, that's on you. But hey, I've been getting shots, multiple shots since 1999, since I joined the military. So me getting the COVID vaccination was nothing to me. So yeah, but if you're different, hey, it is what it is. So let's see. Carl says, thanks, Lucas. I'm not trying to pull a Brittany Griner. Okay, Lucas says weed is legal in Tunisia and for much of the Middle East. Hey, good insight, brother. You don't want Carl to get stranded up out there, what I'm saying, be in somebody's prison. One thing you don't want to do is go to prison in a different country, because if I'm pretty sure, like in the States, they would consider this a hotel, based off of the prisons that are in some of these other countries. So you don't want to get in trouble there. And I always tell people, when you go to different countries, they have a standard way of living. They have a standard way of acting. You, as an American, you have to be above that standard in regards to how you carry yourself over in these different countries. You are not in America anymore. You are in a different country. The laws are different. Some of the things that they believe, they may shock you. However, that is not America. That is just how the way they run things. So if they have a standard, you need to be above that standard, right? In the way you interact with people in the culture, and you abide by their traditions and everything that they got going over there. Acclimate yourself. Do not go over there being the ugly American, right? You don't want to get in trouble. So let's see. Cortez Smith said, yeah, in America, the actual prisoners make it bad. They give the prisoners a lot of freedom here. Yeah, they do. So, and I'm pretty sure Jay Fleming can speak on that a lot. I believe he's a corrections officer, something like that. Carl says, man, I saw Locked Up Abroad. It looks like my worst nightmare. Yeah, I've seen that show too. I think I've seen, man, I wonder where that place was from. it was disturbing. It was it was an Asian guy. I think it was maybe Cambodia or something like that. He was very honest about what he did to new guys in the prison. So, and it was either you do this or I'm gonna go ahead and delete you. So it was you can fill in the blanks. Afro National with the $2 super chat. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you. He said, salute, brother. Keep up the excellent work. Thank you for that, man. And let's make sure those likes is up. And if you feel the need, please send those super chats and cash apps in. I definitely appreciate it. Thank y'all. And thank you again, Afro National, for that $2 super chat. Let's see here. So next thing, right here, this is just some things that I tend to take in my carry-on, right? You can get those little, equate things, those containers from Walmart, right? So I always make sure that I have a toothbrush, some toothpaste, some lotion, some small deodorant. I always got to take my little cologne, some body wash, and also some Carmex, some chapstick, right? So these are things that you need to have in your carry-on. And most people, that's where, because you never know what can happen with a flight, right? So if you get delayed and you have to stay in a particular place for overnight and you can't get access to your luggage, you need to have all of these things that you can wash with, and you need to have a change of clothes. You can go and make sure that you put like some sweats in there, a t-shirt, maybe a light jacket, some underwear, some socks. Make sure you have a change of clothes because you never know what can happen. If your luggage gets delayed and you get to your location and you have to wait for them to deliver it to your hotel or to the place that you're staying, make sure you have a change of clothes just in case, right? That's only smart. Get you a nice carry-on bag. And that's one thing. I know Jay Freeman, he probably going to get on me. I still haven't bought new luggage for some odd reason, but after I go to the gym, I'm definitely going to buy new luggage because the luggage that I have, it's pretty beat up. I done been everywhere. So, so I got to buy some new luggage here today. I went on Amazon. Sometimes I'm a little skeptical about buying things on Amazon because I don't get to touch it, right? And some of the luggage, it looks pretty good, but if I had a chance to check it out, then I would know for sure. But I'm going to definitely head to either Target or Walmart to see what I can find in regards to new, sturdy, durable luggage. So I'm headed there as soon as I get from the gym. So yes, so Jay, don't be mad at me. Let me see here. Also, masks. I know they're not required in certain places or on airports and or in airplanes and things of that nature, but I always make sure that I have a couple of masks just in case, because you never know if you go to a different country, they may want it. They may want you to wear a mask, and also it can also prevent you from catching any colds. I know the last time that I went to visit my brother, in where was I at? This is in Dubai. He lives in Abu Dhabi. So I flew into Dubai, and once I got off the plane and I got to my hotel, I immediately got sick. Like, I mean, it was like it felt like I caught the flu. But in the military, since you travel so much, you go to these different countries. We used to call it the crud, right? It's like a 24-hour flu where those different climates and also the time zone changes, it does something to your body chemistry. And I just got sick to the point where my first day in Dubai, I spent it in the bed. My brother said I slept for like 16 hours. And he said routinely he would come in and he would check on me to see if I was still alive. He was like, man, let me make sure this dude is good. So I got really sick, and I was just drinking water. And as soon as that 24 hours was up, I was good to go. Like it felt like I had nothing. I don't know what it was. It was just like really fast, and it was over with really fast. So so the mask may help you from catching that crud from going to these different countries. So I definitely caught it. And I also caught it coming back from Korea to the States. I just got done with my tour in Korea, and my girlfriend at the time, she picked me up from the airport. And as soon as I got to her apartment, I just laid on her bed and I was like deathly sick. And she had to take care of me for a whole day. right? And she was like, man, I had to make sure that you was good because you would snore, and then you wake up and you would puke, but she took care of me. So I always thank her for that. So yeah, so just make sure you got your mask on you. Let me get to some of these comments. Let's see here. Lucas says, Santal 33. Absolutely, bro. That is one of my favorite fragrances. I've done reviews on Santal and the Le Labo fragrance line. I have a video on my page. People they tend not to look at those, but I have a old video that I did about their fragrance lines. I have a couple of them, but Santal 33, that's one fragrance that I get the most compliments on. That's Angel Share by Killian, and also Green Iris Tweed by Creed, right? Those three fragrances are the ones that I get the most compliments on, not just from women, but from men as well. Like I've literally had, I went into a gas station to grab something when I was getting gas, and I had on some Green Iris Tweed, and the cashier, he was an Indian guy. He was like, man, what is that? What you wearing? What is that? What is that fragrance? And I was like, oh, it's Creed by, it's Green Iris Tweed by Creed. And he literally got out a pen and paper and he wrote it down, right? And I mean, hey, it's pretty expensive. The fragrances that I've mentioned is pretty expensive, but they'll definitely last you. The reason why they're expensive is because you don't need much. I would do 2 sprays, one, right here, on one of my hot points. I'll rub that in, and then I'll do one at the nape of my neck. And that's all you need. I promise you. When you buy, the more expensive a cologne or fragrance is, the longer it will last. And I'm a guy that actually, I did a video about this. I buy the kiosk cologne in the malls, and people are like, why the hell are you buying that kiosk cologne? It's that's cheap cologne. I'm like, yeah, it is. It's absolutely cheap. But I spray a little bit of it on myself when I go to the gym because I don't want to stink in there. So I'll go to the middle kiosk to grab some of that alcohol-based cologne that will fade within like 1 to 2 hours, but it does give you a fresh smell, right? So I go there, I'll buy some $10 cologne or whatever just for the gym. But for my expensive, brands, I wear those very rare. And when we go out and when I'm at work and I'm at the conferences and things of that nature, right? So they last a long time. I do those fragrance reviews as well, but they're just down there. I need to make a playlist. I'll do that for you guys and put those in there. Mona said, thanks, Afro National, for the support. Absolutely appreciate that super chat. Let's see here. Lucas says, great show topic. Appreciate that, bro. Thank you. And thank you for that $2 super chat. Let's see. Vanessa says, that happened to me when I went to Cabo last year for a wedding. I got sick. Soon as I got off the plane, I see you can relate. I was bad. And I don't know what it is. Like I said, that climate change, it does something to you. But if you have a mask, it could probably help you out. Then also some comfortable slip-on, easy to take off shoes, right? So these are, man, that's too small. Whenever they came out like that. So, oh shit. We get to that next. So these 2 pairs of shoes, I got these black ones from Zara. They were fairly cheap, but when you're walking through the airport and you're going through baggage check or security check, you want to have some comfortable shoes that you can slip on and off. Very simple. Even though I have priority and all that stuff, my global entry already came in. But even on the plane, you want to have some comfortable shoes. And also, I got these gray ones from Brazil. Actually, this is one of their shoe lines that they have in one of the malls where you can get them in damn near any color. And they're very comfortable, very easy to take on and off. And also, you can wear these in the water. That's how versatile these shoes are. So so I always make sure I have some comfortable shoes when I'm traveling to these different countries, not some heavy ass Jordans and things of that nature. So that could definitely help you out. And also, let's pull this up real quick. Here we go. Okay, cool. some shades. So I got my Ray-Bans here and I got my aviators. You always got to make sure that you have some nice shades when you go to these different countries, especially if you're going to a tropical locations. Please make sure that you get some durable shades, and also get a durable case as well. One of those plastic cases so they won't bend or break when you have them in your carry-on, or a pair in your carry-on, right? So that's one of my mainstays. I always have some nice shades. And I also have a nice crossbody bag right there on the right. And then this is a water resistant bag. I keep this on me. It's it wraps around your waist, and you could put it under your shorts. And this is like, say if you're traveling solo, this will definitely help you out, because when you leave your like your wallet, you leave your keys or key cards for your hotel or the place that you're staying, you don't want to just leave that on your on the place where all your stuff is. You want to keep it on you at all times, right? So what I did was I bought a water resistant bag to where I could put my stuff in there. So when I go into the ocean and I swim and I go into these infinity pools, I always got my stuff on me just in case, right? Because most of these places, like for Dubai, for example, they have people that'll come around and they'll offer you can buy drinks while you're laying out in the sun. So you want to make sure that you have your money on you, right? And you don't want to just leave it there, even though it's pretty safe in these different countries. You never know. So so I did the same thing in Brazil. I did the same thing in Dubai. I use my water resistant bag, and I keep it on me at all times. So, and I also want to get a drink, a taste or two. So I want to make sure I have my money on me as well. So so that's just something that I always get. Let's see here. Poolman says medical kit, bag of travel. Yes, you can buy one of those portable first aid kits from Walmart. Walmart is great. Pretty sure you can go to Target as well, but I usually get mine from Walmart. That's actually a great, and I forgot to bring that over here. Shit. Hey. Nah, I'll leave her alone. But yeah, that small little first aid kit. Good comment, Poolman. Appreciate that, bro. Oh, that's good too. A collapsible water bottle. Oh man, that's great. Yeah, that's, you know what? I'm gonna have to add that to my list. So good on y'all. I need me a collapsible, because I always bring water and you got to throw it out. Once you once you go through check. Hold on, that's good. Water bottle. I'm assuming that you can get that from Walmart as well. Cool. Appreciate y'all. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh, wait, let me see. Mona, I have a Brita water bottle with the. Oh man, that's fancy. Is it Pooh Man? Is that collapsible? Can you get that in the collapsible? That'll be cold. Yeah, Mona. Yes, that too, Pooh Man. Absolutely. Lucas says Singapore. Have you visited there? No. What's one of? I just talked about my friend, my homeboy. He just came back from Singapore. And he said it was no, that was my brother. My brother just came back from Singapore. Him and his girlfriend, they just left. I want to say less than a month ago. He went to Singapore and he was like, man, you need to come out here. So that is on my list this year. Like I said, I'm at 46 countries. That'll probably be pushed up to 56 by the end of the year. And Singapore is on my list. And I will definitely do some video out there. Lucas, have you been to Singapore? Let us know how it is, bro. I want to hear. A taste of two. Yeah, hey, I'm gonna have a taste of 2 or 3. Mona, when I'm overseas and I'm traveling, things change. I get out there. I have a good time. So not much in the States. I have my whiskey here, but I'm gonna get out there. You may see me with an umbrella drink a couple times. I'm gonna make sure I put some video out there for that. But you guys are gonna be surprised how this first video is going to start out when I get to my place, my destination. It's going to be exciting. I got a great surprise video for you all, how I'm going to step off the plane and where I'm going to go the first time I touch down. Yeah, it's going to be great. So yeah, I already got some things lined up. It's going to be amazing. Let's see, add that to your checklist. I definitely, it is on there. Appreciate that. Mona says, Amazon, I'm not driving all over. It's funny. I love Amazon. I use Amazon for everything. But we got a Walmart, or it's a Target right across from my gym. And then we have a Walmart right next to my house. So like it's right down the street. So I'm going to go to both of them. See your great tips and advice. Appreciate that, Afro National. And again, thank you for that super chat, bro. I appreciate that, man. Afro National definitely need more of these topics. We do. Pooh said they don't have a collapsible bottle yet. Oh, okay, cool. And I need that because I'm in the gym. I need to get. That's one thing. I'm as much as I'm in the gym. That's one thing that I've never bought. I have never bought a gym water bottle. I always use like the little bottles that they come in at the grocery store or the gas station. Right now, in Lifetime Fitness, they have these metal water bottle containers. So I usually get those like maybe once a week, right? So man, y'all just told me something. I need to go grab a water bottle, an actual water bottle. I don't know why I haven't done that yet. Let me go grab it. Appreciate that, bro. That's a setup shopping area. It is. It's like you can't miss it. I mean, and it's funny. It's a Target. What's next to it? No, the worst setup, and I think I took a picture of this. The GNC that I go to, right next to this GNC, there is a American cookie shop. Y'all seen those? The American cookie shops. It's right next to it. So when you go into GNC, you kind of at a crossroads. You're like, man, should I get this protein or should I grab a couple of these damn cookies? And I ain't gonna lie to you. Sometimes I've been weak. I've been a weak man. I've got my protein and went straight into that damn cookie shop and grabbed me some original chocolate chip cookies. That is one of my vices. I love chocolate chip cookies. And I'm just pissed off that they put this cookie shop right next to the GNC around the corner from my house. I'm gonna have to talk to the Harris County officials about that. They need to, move those somewhere else. That's funny. Yeah, they get me every time. Oh man, each filter lasts too much. Oh wow, thanks, Pooh man. I'm gonna have to get one. Now I'll credit you for that. Appreciate that, bro. Mona D says also, especially for the ladies that travel, also solo rooms, dorms, window alarms. Yeah, and I did a whole video about some anti-terrorism measures that we used to do in the military, and I always let my female friends know about these measures, right? And I always recommend that they don't stay on the first floor. They know their exit points. The hotels that they stay in, they have deadbolt locks and not just a little chain locks. Just being aware. I'm more careful with women who travel because I know women like to solo travel. So I'm very protective when I have female friends that say, hey, I'm going to this country. And I always ask, who you going with? I'm going by myself. I just need a break. And I'm like, look, man, make sure you tell everybody where the hell you at. Let your family know, even though you don't want people to think different of you. She always traveling. That's what my female friends say. They're like, I don't want to tell my family because they think that I got money. They say I'm always traveling. But I'm like, you got to let somebody know where the hell you going. So, yeah, I'm always skeptical about women solo traveling, but I also make sure that I keep in touch and make sure that they're as safe as possible, right? And women like to pop up with trips. I remember I got mad at one of my friends. She was in, I think she was in Mexico, and she just popped up and left. And it's like, yeah, I'm in Mexico right now. I was like, why you ain't tell nobody? Like, man, what you doing? You trying to be my dad? I'm like, no, I'm trying to make sure you safe over there. Like, what the hell are you doing? Cortez Smith said, hello, they put these stores next to each other on purpose. They do, because it'll definitely make you think. And it's funny, the look of shame that people have, like when you're going to GNC and they're going to the cookie shop, it's like, man, I know I need to be in there in GNC, but these cookies is calling my name. And y'all know how cookie shops, bakeries, they irradiate through the air. So when you're going into GNC, you just get nothing but this aroma of sugar cookies and chocolate, and you like, man, they some dirty ass dogs for putting these two together. Oh, man. Mona says, "Oh Lord, not the cookie shop next to." Yeah, it's. I'm gonna take a picture of it. It's right next to it. It's a trap. It's definitely a trap. If you don't get a protein Pop-Tart. I did. You know what's funny? I bought this is my recommendation. Grab you one of those BSN protein bars, particularly the peanut butter ones. Man, those are amazing. Those are my favorites. So I had to curb my craving by grabbing one of those the other day because that cookie shop was calling my name. You know, it's like, you know, one of those cartoons where the pie is cooking and it's got that smoke trail, you know, and then it'll catch your nose and you start floating. That's how I was at that cookie shop. Pooh Man says, not the Pop-Tarts. Pooh Man says, my GNC is next to the hospital. Oh, wow. Well, I mean, that could be good. I guess, yeah, that's better than where my GNC is. So, let me see here. Oh, also, make sure that your bank knows that you are traveling, right? And the reason why I say this is because when you go to these different countries, sometimes your bank will restrict you from using your card because you haven't told them that you are traveling to a different country. So they're going to assume that your card was stolen, right? And they'll send you a message saying, hey, did you just make a purchase in, you know, whatever country that you're in? And you have to tell them yes, but sometimes the only way you find out is when you try and use your card for something else after that first purchase, and it won't work. And you're like, man, what the hell is going on? Why my card's not working? And it's because of the fact that you didn't tell your bank that you were in this country. There's a lot of people that got tripped up on that. So make sure that you notify your bank. With Navy Federal, they let you add your travel, your travel whatever you're doing, travel itinerary, and you put all that stuff in there, and they'll know that between these specific dates, you're going to be in this country or this continent, right? So yeah, so make sure you do that as well. Also, I mean, this is a nicety. I have a drone, so I'm going to use it a little more while I'm overseas now. So, and doing content. So yeah, so I bought myself a drone. I believe this one was maybe a little over $800 or whatever, but it's one of the one of the best investments that I've had so far in regards to travel. So hopefully I can get you guys some good overhead shots of the countries that I'm in. If there's no restrictions, I'll let you know. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely do it big this time and make sure I get enough content for you all. And I'm gonna use my drone more than ever. So, and then also, if you want a portable Wi-Fi, this is a nicety. You can go to Amazon and you can purchase a mobile hotspot router, right? And this will allow you to use your phone anywhere, you know, in the States for a hotspot, or in the different countries as a hotspot. It's portable, but it's a little bit pricey. I think it's a little under $200. But if you have a great phone plan, I got T-Mobile. So T-Mobile has a travel with T-Mobile plan, and it's called the Magenta plan, where you can go ahead and pay a little bit extra for a month. I think I paid $50 for this month or for next month, and you can use your phone in these different countries. And I paid for the best service plan in regards to the gigs, so it can be as fast as I need it to be. But yeah, if you have a good phone plan, they'll have some sort of travel package that you can purchase prior to going to these different countries, and you don't have to change out SIM cards or anything like that. But you always need your phone. Especially, I'm starting to embrace the fact that I'm a content creator now, so I need to have some, I need to be able to put out content, right? And also educate people as well. So I need my phone to be working wherever I'm at. So I went ahead and purchased that. But if not, you can buy one of those mobile hotspots, and that can help you out while traveling overseas as well. So into some of these comments. Yes, like Mona said, the look of shame. Yeah, it's funny. It is definitely funny. Vanessa says, yes, contact your bank. Absolutely. Thank you for agreeing with that. I've seen a lot of people get tripped up on that. Pooh Man says travel cards like Revolt, and is that how you say it? Revolut and Wise. You can load money on there. Oh, that's a good idea. I got a gang of travel cards. Hold on. Whenever I hear anybody say "do it big," it always reminds me of Grandpa Freeman off the Boondocks. That's one of my favorite shows. So that's probably where I got it. So Pops was one of my favorite actors. If I use my stream deck, I'm gonna have to recommend it to Theo. John Weatherspoon, Pops. He always plays the same guy. But Pops on the Wayans Brothers, he used to have a song called Money Being Made Around Here. I love that song, man. I'm about to tell Theo about that when he gets a Cash App or a Super Chat. He got to play Pop's song, John Weatherspoon, Money Being Made Around Here. I love that show. Boondocks was amazing too. Thanks. Mona D says, thanks for watching, chat, and liking. Appreciate that, Mona. Thank you for being on it. I got you. Yeah, John Weatherspoon was amazing. That dude was hilarious. So, and this may look a little bit different to y'all, but these are my cards that I have to take. So on the right, those are my cards. And then on the left, I have my work cards as well. So I have my Citibank travel card. I also have my work Platinum Express card and my priority pass from work as well. And then I also have the same cards on this side. I always use my cards that have the rewards on it. So when I'm purchasing stuff, I can get those points back. I'm a huge advocate for buying stuff with points. So yeah, so I make sure that I have everything that I need and my money is not in one place. That's one thing that a lot of people mess up on when they travel. You need to make sure you have money in different places, because if your wallet does get stolen over there, because some of these countries, they have a pickpocket culture, right? So if you're going to be out and about on the town and you have a wallet, you need to at least leave one of your cards or some money back in your, in your hotel or your Airbnb, just in case. And also a proper form of identification back at your back where you stay, your hotel or your Airbnb. I would advise you to take a copy of your passport as well, just so you can have it if it gets stolen or misplaced. You can have a copy of it, as well, so you won't have any issues. So that's just some recommendations that I would have for you guys. Excuse me. Don't put your money in one place, and then also take a copy of your passport. And any medications and things of that nature. I just got my medication shipped to me. I got my vitamin D in there. I got my multivitamins, my allergy medication, my asthma medication. Everything just came, so I'm ready to go. So let's see here. What else? And this is not, if you don't believe in God, this is not for you. I don't judge you at all, right? But my mom bought me this Bible when I was young, before after my first deployment. She bought me this Bible. As you can see, it's very worn down, but it's a Bible that my mom actually bought me. So I take this with me everywhere that I've went, and I've been safe so far, along with her giving me a bottle of anointing oil. So I make sure that I keep my Bible on me at all times. Like I said, if you don't believe, that's okay. That's fine. But this is just something that is a requirement for me to take everywhere that I go. So I always keep my Bible on me. Right. So yeah, so that's, and then also Verifly. You may need to register with them. I know in Colombia I had to register with Verifly right there. That's what it looks like. And that just makes sure that when you go through customs, when you arrive in a country, they'll have you in the system and they'll check to see if you're with Verifly. So I'm not sure if every country needs that, but I know Colombia and Brazil, you needed to be registered on Verifly, and you'll get instructions from wherever you bought your ticket. They'll recommend that you go to these. You have a checklist, and you have to get everything taken care of. So make sure you have that on there as well. Bring your computer. I mean, if you need it, if you're going to be doing some work, that's definitely necessary. Let's see here. Let me see here. Poohman says, yeah, I got a wallet-sized copy of my passport. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Xerxes says, definitely go out and tour with the passport copy, and I leave my passport locked up. That's good advice. Hopefully, Muslim countries won't think that we are trying to evangelize with pocket Bibles. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, it depends, but like I said, you always got to make sure that you abide to their customs and courtesies. So, and typically when I go to Muslim countries, I visit their temples and I always pray. I got that video montage where you guys see me at the Grand Mosque in Abu Dhabi. And a fun fact, the Grand Mosque is literally like 15 minutes away from where my brother lives, right? So we just drove down there and I was able to go pray at the Grand Mosque. So yes, I always visit. Let me see here. Then also make sure you got your plugs and they can fit the different. Let me pull that up. So yeah, so when you go to different countries, you need one of these universal plugs, and this can help you out with charging everything that you need. I know how Apple, you can convert, like they have 110 and also I believe it's 240, so you can plug it up anywhere. But some of the plugs may look a little funky. I actually bought this from Amazon, and this also has it has a transmitter, I believe that's what they call it, in here as well. So if there was a surge, this plug will actually stop it from frying your phones or your computers just in case, right? So yeah, so this is definitely something that I would recommend that everyone has when you travel overseas, a universal plug, right? And it comes with the different attachments as well. And then also make sure that you have all of your charging plugs, any multi-plugs that you need. I always keep these on me as well for my phone, for my computer. I mean, these are mainstays. I'm pretty sure you guys already knew that. And then also have some different types of headphones. The ones that I like to use in the gym, of course, are the Beats, but the ones that I like to use while I'm traveling are the smaller ones when I'm on the plane or when I'm walking around on the town. You don't want to have these big ass Beats by Dre headphones on while you're walking around the town because you may be an easy mark to get those stolen. So I would recommend that you get some inexpensive, small earphones or earphones, headphones, so you can use those if you need them while you're walking around the town or when you're on the plane. Like I said, these come in handy on the plane because they don't take up much space, and you can also plug them into the little headrest where the movie is playing. So yeah, so just in case you don't want to use the ones that they offer you. So yeah, I also make sure that I use that as well. Look at Mona. Mona's on it. She said, yes, have to have a universal plug. Absolutely. Got to have a universal plug. And then also I have, my little storage here, my hard drive, and then I have my Apple Watch. I bring that on me as well. Apple Watch comes in handy because, I mean, they can locate, where you are. I don't know if you guys knew that. It's a GPS on there that's connected to, I guess, the cloud or whatever. So I keep my Apple Watch on when I'm overseas. And I also bring some of my nice watches just in case I'm going out, especially when you go to Europe. Europe is, they have some nice places out there. If you've been to Italy, Germany, France, all these different countries, they have nice places out there, places where you want to dress up. So I also make sure when I go to Europe, I bring a suit. I make sure that I bring a couple of my nice watches, some hard dress shoes, because you never know what the dress code is in these different places. So yeah, you always come prepared, particularly in Europe. I'm not sure about South America because the places that people tend to visit, most guys tend to visit, you don't need, like a suit. You could just wear kind of beach wear or casual wear. But when you go to Europe, you may want to go to some of these high-end places just so have a nice meal or a nice steak. And I would definitely bring some dress clothes, at least one change of dress clothes if you're going to travel over to Europe. So that's my recommendation. So you don't have to, but I mean, it is what it is. Let's see here. Mona D says, like the video, appreciate that. And Pooh Man says, Media Man, have you been to Basque? No, where's that? Let me see. Hold on 1 second. How you say that? Let's see. Y'all gonna have me going to different countries everywhere. Hold on. Oh, okay. So what I'm seeing here is right between Spain and France. No, I haven't been there. I've been to Spain and France. Yeah, okay. There you go, Pooh Man. He says right between Spain and France. Wonder if I've ever flown over it. It looks like it. Huh. Yeah, I've been to Spain and France, but not there. Have you been? Is it? Let us know, bro. I want to hear all those stories about these different other, these other countries that we don't really hear much about. And that's why I was happy to have Vandross on here to speak on Bulgaria. That's the country that I've never been to. So make sure I got to everything. Cool. I did. But before we get out of here, so hopefully that helps, guys. I'm going to clip this up so you guys can have it. I found I'm 1% Bosco. Oh, wow. Let me show y'all this. Man, that's pretty crazy. You need to, have you been there? If they say, you may see some of your relatives, you go out there, bro. So are some people that look like you. When I went to the 12 different countries in Africa, I seen so many people that look like me. Like they could have been my brother or my cousins or something like that. So it was just an eye-opening experience going around seeing people look just like you. So man, so that may be you. So, but real quick before we get out of here and finish this travel episode, I seen this tweet and this was actually sent to me. I want to give him credit. I think it was Alonzo Nelson. He's one of the guys on Instagram that tends to send me stuff via DM, like content and things of that nature. So he sent me this tweet conversation from this guy that was explaining the dynamics of his relationship. So let me just explain this real quick. This was pretty funny. He said that I make over 3 times what my girl makes and she pays 0 bills. In the 10 months we've dated, she's paid off her student loans, beefed up her emergency funds, and improved her credit score. Love her for that. And then he went on to say, what does she do? What does she do for you? What does she bring to the table? Don't worry about it. Focus on being someone with values and character. You'll then attract the kind of partner who will uplift you spiritually so you can you can accomplish your goals and bring home the spoils. He said, Finn. And then he also, posed the question, what if she leave you? Doors wide open. I was raised to always leave places, jobs, and people in better shape than when I first met them. So if she did leave, I'll be perfectly fine. I add value to others because it's who I am, not because I want or expect something in return. So, of course, that was met with a little bit of pushback. One guy asked, that's what's up, my N-word, for real, but they gonna drag me for this, but I had to ask, what's the point of y'all being together if she does nothing for you? People saying that's how you build, but what is she adding? I'm seriously curious. And it was a valid question to me. Said, LOL, why do you think if a woman doesn't pay bills, she's not bringing anything to the table? I'm seriously curious. Another guy said, answer his question first, boss, which is true. You need to answer the question. He said the question is invalid because it assumes she does nothing for me. So that's where I had the issue with it, because if he's going to place his ideology on people saying that men should be paying his all of his girlfriend's bills prior to marriage, then you need to be able to answer the questions that come with it. That's something that I don't agree with, paying all of your girlfriend's bills while you guys are dating. And with this young man, for him not to answer, it's very telling, right? Because he wasn't able to objectively answer what your woman is bringing to the table that garners you to pay for all of her bills so she can pay off her student loans, build up her emergency fund and things of that nature. Yeah, it's commendable, and you guys are going to know how these things always play out, right? When a man says something like this, that if it involves anything that has to do with paying all of a woman's bills, women are going to be for it. We know how this goes, right? So all the women were applauding this young man, saying that he gets it. He's a real man, right? But I think it's somewhat hustling backwards. I'm all for adding value to women. I just spoke on this on my last live stream. Yes, you add bills you add value to the woman that you're with, and that can come in to giving her advice on how to buy a home. It can come in, play when I told you guys to share a video of teaching a woman how to shoot a firearm. It could, whatever subject matter experts you are in whatever field, you can outvalue in that area. But as far as like paying all of your girlfriend's bills prior to marriage, absolutely not. I disagree with him wholeheartedly. And also, he has just put a standard on himself, right? So let's say that they do break up, right? And since he put it on Twitter by saying, hey, this is what I did or do for my girl, the next woman that he's with, she's going to expect the same treatment, right? So now he's put a mark on his head. And this is what he's going to have to do in future relationships, or he's just going to become a jaded man and feel like he's being used. But based off of what he said it's just in his nature to do that for the girl that he's with and not married to, which is perfectly fine, to each his own. However, I wouldn't recommend guys to go out there and pay all their bills for the woman that they're dating. Absolutely not. I mean, it's a difference if you guys are living together and you are engaged, you know what I'm saying? Because it's the fact that you're just paying your own bills if she moved in with you, but she's going to contribute, right? Like I said, and I've stated my relationship dynamic with my fiance. We both are very successful people. We both work in corporate settings. We make our own money. So it's not the fact that I'm going to have her stop working and come into my house and start taking care of some kids and doing all the cooking and cleaning. That's not what we do here. We're not having children, right? So we both, we just sold her home, right? So she's going to be moving out here before we get married in the summer. And I'm just going to be paying bills like I've been paying. Like, she's just here, but she's going to take care of the groceries. She's going to take care of our vacation funds. She manages all of our investments. She manages our real estate and where we need to place our money, right? And she manages our savings. So it's not like she's not adding value to my life just because she works. We have everybody's situation is different, right? So she's going to add value to me in some way. But as far as like her not paying for anything, no, that's not going to happen, because we are both successful people, and that makes no sense to where she would just be in my house and not pay for anything. But yeah, vacations, like I said, groceries, all the other stuff I take care of, right? It's that simple. So, I mean, I don't have a problem with that because I've already been taking care of that. But our savings, we share a savings. We have different, multiple savings accounts, right? So we do everything the right way. It's not like I'm keeping some of my money and she's keeping her money and things of that nature. Yes, she has money that she already acquired before us, but as our mutual funds, yeah, we share those. It's very simple. So, I mean, I don't see a problem with that. And I don't see a problem with her having her own checking and savings account. But like I said, she knows where my money is going because she's my in-house accountant, right? She's my financial advisor. So that's where she works. So it'd be stupid of me to be like, no, I'm not going to let you help me grow my money, right? Because you're so educated in this space. You're a woman. You can't teach me anything. Absolutely not. But she definitely contributes, both financially and to the household, right? We both cook. We both clean. I mean, it is what it is. But like I said, I'm a little bit older. So I'm not looking for I wasn't looking for a traditional housewife, so to speak, where she'd just stay home and cook and clean for the kids. No, I'm not looking for that. Our purpose is to enjoy each other's time together and travel, and, acquire wealth, make sure we have some generational wealth, and we have something to pass on to our family, right? And particularly my child, right? My daughter. So, yeah. So it's just different. So let's continue with what this young man was saying. Yeah, he didn't answer that question. He alluded that. Then the guy said, yeah, I was vibing with you, JR, but the last one ain't it. Some simply just don't have it, but are trying. And then he said, I don't give a F. As a man, your number one priority on this planet is to get money and add value to other people, regardless of your relationship status. Notice I never gave a dollar amount. Being financially fortunate to me means you're able to take care of others with whatever it is you make. And that last part, I agree with. The first part, I definitely do not, right? And that's why I told guys, you got to stop getting out of that mentality of, especially and particularly black men, your only job on this earth is not to simply provide and die, right? You need to enjoy life. And him saying that, hey, your goal in life is to get money and add value to other people. Well, what about you? What about me? What about me being happy, right? So that's why I tell black men in particular, you guys got to start being selfish and get out of that mentality of thinking that I'm just supposed to be here and get this money for other people and not enjoy my life. No, that's not what you're only here for. Yes, you are providers. And if you get into a marriage, okay, cool. Be a provider, protect and provide. Absolutely. But you need to be able to enjoy yourself. If your happiness takes a hit, because you're trying to make your wife happy, then you have a problem, right? Your happiness should be paramount. And this is something that Patrice O'Neal said. He said it's a trickle-down theory, right? When the man is happy, everybody that he's protecting and providing for is happy. When the woman is the only one that's happy, then that means the man is unhappy. So you don't want to live life like that. You have to be able to protect your peace as well and be happy, right? Also, while taking care of the people that you love. But just to say that your number one priority is just to provide and die, absolutely not, bro. Enjoy life. Let's see here. And then this is the end. This young lady said, LOL, I'm just assuming based on your tweet. But what people don't understand is she probably lives with you. So you're not paying her bills per se. You're just paying bills you would have already be paying and completely okay with that. So not sure why people are so scared. LOL, exactly, whatever. But yeah, so like I said, I agree with that. Like you're just paying bills, but for a girlfriend, absolutely not. What the hell? Like, but he's gonna have to deal with that, moving forward. If she does leave, she just use him as a come up, which seems like it's okay with him. So I mean, hey, it is what it is. So, but he's put himself in a bad situation because every girl that he's with moving forward, they're going to expect the same treatment. And based off of how he's talking, he's okay with that. So if he's okay with that, then hey, it is what it is. You like it, it is what it is. But nah, I would not advise men to be paying for all that for your girlfriend. She needs to add some value to your life. And I remember Jalen Rose, when he used to do, I don't know if he still does this podcast. It was called Jalen and Jacoby, right? And I may butcher this, but I'll definitely go ahead and link it to when I clip this up. He said something along the lines of how he used to set up his voicemail. He would say, I would say, if you're not calling me to add value to me, then I'm going to answer. He said, no, like I said, I'm going to butcher this. But he said something along the lines of, I respond to people who call me that are adding value to my life, not people who are subtracting to my life, and then also trying to divide. I don't talk to those people. And I also talk to people who are trying to multiply, what I have. Something of that nature. So he said, yeah, you're not trying to add, multiply, then I won't speak to you or whatever. You're sitting there trying to divide people, or you're trying to subtract from what I have, which basically means borrow money or something like that. But it's just something very poignant that Jalen Rose said, and I always remember that. You got to make sure that people are adding or multiplying to your life. In particular, women, especially if you're a well-established man, any woman that you deal with, you need to make sure that she's adding value to your life and multiplying any assets or helping you out in some way, in some shape or form, even if it comes to the point of her taking care of your prep meals, right? If she cooks your prep meals, that gives you more time to either work or do other productive things. That's multiplying to your life, right? Just having a woman in there paying her own student loans and building up her emergency fund, nah, she needs to be adding value to your life, right? And that guy couldn't answer the question, but as a man, yes, you need to be in tune with that, right? Make sure you only deal with women who are adding value and multiplying whatever you may have, right? subtracting and dividing, absolutely not. And divide is a big topic as well, because I know there's a lot of women that if a man has female friends, they want him to get rid of them and things of that nature. And like, man, I've been knowing them longer than you. What are you talking about? But yeah, so it's a fine line in regards to this relationship stuff. But the bottom line is, do not be paying all your girlfriend's bills. You can do that for your wife if you want a traditional woman and you want to make sure that she's there to raise the kids. But as a man, hell no. You're not paying your damn girlfriend's bills and emergency fund and shit like that. Hell no. So it is what it is. But let's move on. Let's see. Cortez said, oh, wait, they didn't live together, but he paid her. Nah, I think he's saying he didn't answer if they were or not, but the girl alluded to it who asked the question. So I would assume that they're living together, but he didn't answer the question at what value is he bringing to his life. So if he, like I said, if he runs his life like that, it is what it is. Afro National says, paying a girlfriend's bills, hell no. And if she a career woman with debts, she has to pay 50% because that's equality. Yeah, I would agree. So only pay all of the bills for traditional and submissive women. Absolutely, I agree. Right? People need to use common sense. Common sense, not so common on social media. And then Cortez says his girl that he paid bills for still brags about being strong and independent. Yeah, I've seen that play out on I think it was on Kevin Samuels, one of his interviews. This woman divorced her husband or something like that, and she was trying to make it seem like she was able to build her business by herself. And Kevin got her to admit that, no, while you were saving money to build your business, your husband was paying for everything. That's how you was able to save the money to get your business off the ground. And she was trying to spin it as, yeah, I did this on my own. No, you didn't. The man was paying for everything while you saved money. So just that lack of credit and respect for what a man does, it was just asinine to me. So Modi says, thanks for watching with all the cash apps, super chats, sharing. Also, please consider subscribing to Media Man's channel. Appreciate it, and hit that notification bell. Thank you, Mona. That's a great way to get out of here. So, like I said, this was very impromptu. I know you guys weren't expecting this, but I had to go ahead and put this together because I knew I wouldn't have time prior to heading out to Europe. But yeah, make sure you subscribe. Thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate everyone checking, the Travel Edition show out. And also a big thanks to Vandross for coming on and sharing all of his wisdom about Bulgaria. Make sure you subscribe to his platforms as well. They're in the comment section. Go ahead and click that subscribe button on everything and help that brother out. And if you need him for business ventures, make sure you reach out for him as well. It's called Moonboy Capital Ventures. That's the website's name. You can type that into Google, and it will pop up. And he also has a page, YouTube page with that same name. And then also Vandross Idiake. You can reach out to him on YouTube as well. Watch some of his content. So yeah, good brother, good accomplished brother before the age of 30. Love to see it. Let's see here. Carl, I let Carl get in. Like those independent ladies that get child support and alimony. Oh, man. Oh, great show. Mona D said, great show, Media Man. Appreciate that. Thank you for tuning in, Moda. I got you. And Pooh Man says, everyone's in safe travels. Absolutely. Peace, everyone, in safe travels. Appreciate that, bro. Yeah, y'all be safe out there. Enjoy your weekend. Hopefully I didn't take up too much time, but I'm going to go ahead and get out here. I'm going to eat something real quick, let it digest, for about an hour or so, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit this gym. What I got today? I think I got chest and biceps. I did back yesterday. So, yeah, I got chest and biceps today. Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, so I'm going to this is chest and biceps is fun. That's a fun day at the gym. So, the only things that I consider work is back and leg day. That's actually work in the gym. So, but this is a fun day. So, I'm going to definitely have a good time. But, y'all, glad y'all enjoyed the show. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. We'll be back Monday to discuss STD, STI rates in the Black community, give some solutions, also where to find the free clinics, and also some preventative measures. We're going to talk about all that. That is my field. I'm a public health professional, so this is going to be a great show. I love talking about this stuff and adding value to the Black community. So appreciate that, y'all. Go ahead and enjoy your weekend. And we'll be back here on Monday. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for Super Chats. Thank you for the Cash Apps. If I got any, I haven't checked yet, but thank you in advance. Peace, and we will be back Monday. Take care. God bless.